Basically what I'm going to do, show you guys how to do like an actual proven intro call framework, how it works, like what to expect, like whatever the fuck. Because intro calls are probably the most important call in front of the sales process, is because the whole point of the call is to qualify them, make sure that the people that are closing are talking to like shitty people that are unqualified, etc. And then also people that making sure they're actually bought in, making sure they'll show up, making sure that they're A players, not the fucking brokies, right? So the intro call is basically just to get a lot of information, get a lot of ammo to use on the demo call. That's why it's important as well, because you can definitely dig deep into the demo on a one call close, but the chances of them like actually moving forward, usually like it just depends, right? Usually the best way we find is a 2 call close, where we call the prospect first to qualify them, make sure they're actually quality, make sure that they're actually not broke, and we can grab information for them to make sure that when we do hop on the next call, which is the demo call, we have a ton of information, we know exactly where they're at, know where they need to be, and how we're going to get them there, etc. So we would just have a bunch of ammo in terms of objection handling ammo to like be like, hey, like you can't afford not to do like whatever, right? Like we have information now too, so there's no way that they hop on the demo call and they're just like, yeah, I can't do this, right? Because now we have information that they can't do this. They're just fucking lying. They're smoke screening you, right? So I'm just record a little bit of that. I'm probably just gonna move everything over to my computer and then record on my phone, because my microphone on my computer is pretty fucking dog shit. But yeah, I hope, like, the whole goal of this video is to show you guys what an actual intro call should sound like, how it should work, and how I find it best works. So we'll just jump into that. All right, move things to the fucking computer. I'm just gonna go over here really quickly, kind of just show you what I do, what I use to basically like just help myself get prepared. Number one, fucking Red Bull, something to get my ass up, man. Some fucking caffeine, something, bro. Like I just woke up, so it's like, you know, I haven't hit the gym yet, so I'm not fucking ramped up just yet. But to get started, because I start making intro calls around like 9:40. That's usually when they're scheduled. So I usually start them off with the fucking Red Bull. I have that to the side. A couple other things that I'll have is, I really recommend this to any of you motherfuckers. Get some sticky notes. Like, I only have 2. But put them on something behind you, like something where you can see as you're making the intro call. The reason I say that is because this says DQ. Basically says like just DQ, like when you're on the intro call and like I'm talking to them, just seeing these sticky notes in the background to let me know that, hey, I need to DQ someone if they're not licensed. I need to DQ someone if they have no money. I need to DQ someone if they have the wrong mindset. Wrong mindset being like, you know, oh, like just tell me your price. Like, and you're like, yeah, I can tell you my price. I can walk through that really quickly, but I do need to understand where you're at in terms of business, so I know what's required for me to help you guys out, get from point A to point B. They'll be like, oh no, I don't care about that. I'm qualified. Just tell me what the price. Like that's the mindset. Like fuck you, bro. I'm gone. Like no worries, man. It's probably not a great fit. Hang up. If they have a part-time job, is mortgage full-time for them? Because I'm in the mortgage niche right now. So, and then, you know, are they licensed or serious, right? So if they're not licensed or serious, or they have a part-time job, we DQ them. Okay, DQ. What does that mean? Disqualified. We get rid of them. We aren't talking to them. The reason why 2-call closing is the best, or it's recommended amongst a lot of people, is that you're wasting a lot of demo space hopping on calls with people that aren't qualified. Because if you set an hour aside, there's only like 14 hours, 12 hours in the day where you can take demos. So 12 hours, 12 calls. If 6 of them are unqualified, you only have 6 to show your offer to. Just ruining what you're doing, right? You could be getting more out of the calendar if you set an hour aside for each qualified person. That's why the 2-call close is good, because on the intro call, we are DQing them if they're not qualified. Next thing is what we need to get out of them. I wrote this down. There's like 10 of them. Like, who are they? How many transactions? Average loan price. Where's the majority of the business coming from? What are the goals? What's stopping them from reaching those goals? What's the timeline for decisions? And partners. You tie down the consult call, and then you just have a great fucking day. Take care. Simple as that. So I kind of break that down. Who are they? Are they a loan officer? Are they a broker? Let's say for roofing, are they a roofer? Are they a contractor? I don't know, bro. Like for solar, are they a sales rep? Are they an EPC? Are they, you know, whatever, right? Transactions a month. How many loans are they doing every single month? For solar, how many jobs are you doing or deals are you doing every single month? Consistently, like on average, right? For med spas, how many patients are you taking in every single month, right? Average loan price, like what is the average price you're charging the loan at? So when people, for mortgage, some people have like, in the area to buy a home, it's usually around like 400, 500K. So that would be the average loan price, because the average loans that they're charging, that they're pricing it at, is usually around 400, 500K. For solar, it'd be like, what's your average job look like? Oh, I make about $6,000 off of every job, like whatever. Like then you can put that down or whatever. It's like MedSpa. What's your highest ticket package? Like, what do you want to be selling? I charge like this thing and it's $2,000. Like, okay, cool, right? Where's the majority of the business coming from? So are they coming from referrals? Like, are they coming from word of mouth? Are they coming from just Instagram ads? Are you running Google ads? Are you fucking, I don't know. For mortgage, you have realtors that help you out with business, like just all that type of stuff. Goals, obviously they're doing like, let's say 2 transactions a month. Where are they trying to get to? What's the goal in mind? If you were to work with us, where would you like to be? Right? So, like for solar, like if you're doing 10 jobs a month, where would you like, what's your goal? I want to be doing 25. Okay, so you want me to double your business. Okay, cool. So just note that down, keep going, right? What's stopping them? So now you've got where they're at, where they want to be. Now you need to understand what's stopping them, right? So you ask them like, hey, like what's stopping you from getting to the 25 jobs a month, or the 10 loans that you're trying to do? And they'd be like, well, I think it's this and this and this, and I think it's probably that. And I mean, I'm not too sure. I haven't really thought about it like that. Like whatever response you get, right? Now we have an idea of like what's preventing them, and then we can kind of go deeper into things, whatever. Break down any mindsets that they may have, etc. Timeline for decision. So what that means is basically, when are they looking to make a decision? Like, I'm not gonna waste calendar space with really good closers for them to be like, hey, I'm looking to make a decision next year. Like, nah, there's no point of that. So we'll be like, okay, cool. So we'll schedule another intro call, or just another call next year. And then when next year comes, we'll be like, okay, cool. So we talked a little while ago. Has anything changed since then and today? They'll tell me what's changed. If nothing's changed, about, okay, cool. Are you ready to make a decision now? Are you ready to move forward to get things moving? They were like, yeah, okay, cool. I'll set you up with our senior consultant, a closer, whatever, and then go from there. We're not going to waste calendar space by putting people on there that aren't ready to make decisions now, right? Now, or like just say in a week, right? That's probably max. Next thing is partners, man. Do they have any partners? Do they have anybody that influence these decisions? Like, do they have a wife? Do they have a husband? Do you have a dog? Like, whatever you got. Is there someone that should be on the call that you would want to be on the call to help you make these decisions? Like, does anybody help you with these decisions? That eliminates all the partner objections. I need to talk to my partner. I need to talk to my husband. I need to talk to my wife. I need to talk to... Getting that on the intro call, so when you hop on the demo call, you're not wasting calendar space, bro. You got all the decision makers, you got all the information that you need, and you're ready to give them the fucking close. And the next one is a tie down console call. What that means, basically, at the end of the intro call, you give them some sort of a reason to jump on the demo call. Like, hey, like, looks like we can help you, and through our various efforts and blah blah blah, like, we can definitely get you where you want to be, which is like, let's say 10 loans a month, or 10 jobs a month, or 10 like new patients a month, whatever, right? We can definitely get you there. The next steps here is I'm gonna get you connected with one of our senior consultants. He's the man. He's gonna walk you through kind of the whole process, what other people think about us, what it can do for you, etc. Just kind of all show you how the systems work, show you how the AI works, and all that type of stuff. And yeah, and they'd be like, okay, cool. And I'm like, okay, cool. You got a time in mind? You got a calendar handy to kind of get a time in mind to get the demo set up? They'll be like, yeah, let's try 12. Like, cool, got you on 12. So just so I know, because I know the holidays are coming up, is there any reason you won't be able to show up to the call tied down? No, I think we're pretty much good. Like, I don't think I have anything then. I'm like, okay, cool. So like, you pretty much will be able to show like 100% basically. And you sound curious when he's like, okay, so it sounds like you're gonna be there like just 100%, like no worries. Yeah, no worries, man. Okay, awesome, dude. So now you just tied down the console call, because you don't want to hop in the demo and your closer's sitting there and they're not showing up, right? And the last thing, but not least, is have a great day. Take care. Why that's important is because we're like, okay, cool. So I got you set down for that time. Just make sure you're on a laptop. We require all of our clients to be on a laptop, just so it makes it easier for everyone to see everything. We've had a little bit of mishaps when people do it on the phone. So we like to keep everybody on the laptop. Maybe bring some pen and paper for some notes. And then we'll see you on Tuesday at 11. Okay, so you have a good rest of your day. That's pretty much all that I need from you. I think if the investment does look good, I think you'd be a good fit for the family. I don't think I say it like that. Like, I think you'd be a great addition to. Well, I think if you get on the call and the investment looks good and you move things forward, I think you'd be a great addition to our family. Like, I think you'd be we'd be happy to have you part of our family. That's what I say. And they respond really well to that, so it's really cool. But you'd be like, yeah. So the investment looks good, and you move things forward, and I think we would be happy to have you part of the family. I think you are a great, serious person. So, yeah, you have a great rest of your day, and you take care. Okay. Boom, done. Right. How long is this? 8 minutes? Holy shit. I'm gonna show you guys, just kind of break down the framework really quick. The script that I use, it's more of a framework for me because after a while of saying shit like this so many times, you really just get like, I could spit this out of my ass, like no really worried about it. But this is the most important part because this is where you introduce yourself. This is the 15 seconds of pain. What does that mean? 15 seconds is like, hey, how's it going? Who is this? Like that 15 seconds of just uncertainty, right? So it's like, hey, John, this is Hunter with Loans.io. How's it going so far for you? They're like, good. Who is this? You're like, yeah, it's Hunter with Loans.io. You booked a call with us, blah, blah, right? Like, okay, cool. Yeah, so give me a second. I'm pulling up your information here. And I'm not pulling up anything, really. I'm just giving me a door to ask them more questions. Start asking them questions, right? So, awesome, John. Give me a second. I'm going to pull up your information here. In the meantime, where are you based out of? Okay, so you're based out in Texas. Awesome. So, like, are you a LO, maybe? Broker, maybe? Anyways, I'm not sure where the fuck I left off. We'll just edit this up. But yeah, so it's area loan officer, broker, because it's different when I'm like, hey, how's it going so far for you? And they're like, oh, it's going good. I'm like, okay, where are you based out of? Are you a loan officer or broker? Right? Maybe that sounds fine in your head, but for me, it's a lot more smoother when I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just gonna give me a couple of seconds here. I'm gonna pull up some information. In the meantime, where are you based out of? Are you a loan officer, broker, maybe? Okay, so it's just a lot more simpler, a lot more smoother. And then we go into setting the frame. So they're like, yeah, I'm a loan officer. Usually, sometimes they'll start spitting right there. They'll be like, oh yeah, so I'm a loan officer. Been doing this for 23 years, blah blah. Like, okay, and you just start. You're like, okay, cool, awesome. So start there. But if most of the time they'll be like, does everyone say anything? So, like, okay, awesome. I got the information pulled up. All right, John. So look, it will be very straightforward. We've had a pretty large response to one of our ads. And so I'm pretty booked after this. I do have to jump here in maybe around like 10-15 minutes, or like 5-10 minutes at most. So if you can kind of summarize for me just kind of where your goals are at, how's the business is doing, so then I can have a better idea of how I can help. If I can help, I'll make sure to break that down. If not, no worries. I'll just point you in the right direction. Is that okay? And I know I'm saying things are pretty fast because, like, I wouldn't say this on the call, right? So I'd be like, yeah, so just, if you could summarize for me, how the business is, where the goals are at, I can have a better idea of how I can help. If I can, I'll make sure to break that down. If not, no worries. I'll just point you in the right direction. Is that okay? Right. So it's a lot more different tonality, slowing it down, acting like you're having a conversation. But I'm just kind of spitfiring to you guys to kind of like really jump into like the actual live recording. So then from there, simple, dude. You ask the deeper questions. You find the pain. Like you really try to figure out like what I said here, like how many transactions are they doing, what's the average loan price, where's the majority of business coming from, what are their goals, what's stopping them, and timeline for decision, like just what I mentioned on the sticky note. And that's why that's so important, because a lot of people will get lost during the call. They're like, okay, all right, so right, because they don't know where to navigate from there. But having that right there, I always follow it step by step. Transactions, loan price, majority of business goals, preventing them, timeline for decision, boom, right? And then if you can kind of tell, we start with the logic questions. Usually it's kind of custom wherever the prospect starts at. So they'll be like, yeah, I've been doing this for this, and this is where majority, okay, cool. You can start with the numbers questions. How many transactions are you doing a month, average loan price? And then you jump into the more emotional questions, like where are goals at, what's stopping you, like what's blah, 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 right? But yeah, let's jump into the live recordings. All right, let's get this motherfucker call. Intro call at 11 a.m.
Hello, it's Rick.
Hey Rick, this is Hunter with Loans.io. We had a booked meeting for this time. Is it still a good time?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. So in the meantime, man, I'm gonna pull up your information real quick. Where are you based out of?
Portland, Maine.
Portland, Maine. Okay. Are you like an LO, broker maybe?
LO.
Okay, got it. All right, cool, man. So I'm gonna be straightforward with you. I only have about like 10 minutes. Gotta jump after that. So I'm just gonna go straight into things. If you can kind of summarize for me, man, like how's the business doing? What do the goals look like? I can get an idea of how I can help. If I can, I'll break that down. If not, no worries. I'll just point you in the right direction. Is that okay? Sound good? All right, brother. Hit me with it.
I've been a loan officer for 23 years.
Okay.
And for the last 2 years ago, I took a salary position with my company managing the IT. We are a private, independent mortgage shop with a warehouse line. And we basically, in this market, the company failed. We got bought out by Cross Country Mortgage. So that job went away. So now I'm a loan officer only. And I'm basically looking for solutions to rebuild my business and crush it in 2024. And I want to leverage technology as much as possible.
Gotcha. Okay. Crush it in 2024. Got it. And then, okay, cool, man. So, we'll definitely jump into that a little bit later. If you're cool, are you cool to talk numbers really quickly?
Sure.
All right, man. So, kind of run me through like how many transactions are you doing right now?
2 a month.
2 a month. Okay. So,
And I'm
like,
kind of start from scratch. For the past 2 years, I didn't really originate much because I had a full-time position. So I just kind of took what came to me. So right now I've got like one solid referral partner, and I'm just marketing I've got a huge database, but I'm just kind of marketing that, getting back into it.
Gotcha. So, like, you just recently got back into this. Like, what's the timeline for that?
Oh, like 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. Okay. So you're already licensed. You're pretty much good to go. It's just about getting more business right now, right?
Yeah, I never relinquished my license, so.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, so 2 a month, and is that through like the referral partner, just kind of running through the base so far?
Yeah, referral partners, and then just working my database. I've got a database of like 3,000 people. I've been doing it for 23 years, so I've been really good about keeping my database up to date and marketing to that. So I've got, past customers referring people to me. And for the past 2 years, I still originated on the side. It's mostly just from my database.
Okay. So I got that down. That clears up a lot. Okay, 2 months or two loans. So like, let's say in the last 6 months, you've done about 12 loans in total. Well, I can't say that. You just started 3 weeks ago. So about 2 loans so far, or that's just how this month is going. Just 2 months so far. 2 loans so far.
Yeah, two loans this month. I did close 2 last month. Month before that, it was, I think, 3. So I've still been originating. I kept up on some social media marketing and that, and stayed fairly active.
Gotcha. Okay, I was a little bit thrown off because you said you just came back in like 3 weeks ago. So I didn't know if you closed any loans before that or how that kind of was. So I was a little bit lost on that one, but
yeah.
Okay.
I think for 2023, year to date, I'm at about, I don't know, a little over 3 million.
Gotcha. Okay. And then what's kind of the average loan price? Where do you kind of see that at?
350.
350. Okay. And then what's kind of your bips or commission off of that one?
I get 110 bips.
Okay, got it. 350K, 110. Okay, cool. So we're at two loans a month, basically on average. You do a little bit more. It seems like you do a little bit more, not really a bunch less than that. They're coming through referral partners in the database. What's kind of the goals, man? Like, if we were to work together, like, where are you trying to get at in terms of, let's say, 6 months down the road, we work together. Where are you trying to be?
Well, I want to be doing a minimum of 6 to 7 loans a month. Hopefully closer to 10. For 2024, I want to be about 240K.
Gotcha. 240K. That's in personal income, correct?
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. And so, currently, right now, I'm assuming, like, maybe you could do it through the referral partner, but that's kind of why you clicked on our ad, is because it's not really too sure you can get to the 240 through just like the referral partner, etc. So is that kind of why you looked at our ad and kind of clicked on it and booked a meeting with us?
Oh, absolutely. To get out there and try to market to realtors right now in this market, I've always been about trying to do what I can to go directly to the consumer. For a long time, I had my own website. I was doing all my own SEO. I get into, you know, social media marketing, things like that. So, and now with AI, I'm all about it. I want to jump in.
Yeah, we've seen a huge. Yeah, once OpenAI dropped that, like we've seen a huge increase in terms of volume for everybody across the whole board. But yeah, okay, cool. And so in terms of like a timeline, like let's say you find the right program and it fits the budget, whatever. I guess so for me, just so I have an idea, you're looking for something, I'm assuming, like you correct me if I'm wrong, probably something that just gets you directly to the consumer, books it on your calendar, and you kind of take it from there in terms of the closing. Like, is that something you're looking for where it's pretty much automated, you just kind of you just show up and close, basically? Is that what you're looking for?
I mean, ideally, yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm still educating myself on how all this works and what's available and what these systems are and that. So I'm not real up to speed on it at this point.
Yeah, no worries. We can definitely walk you through that. Okay. So I see. And so in terms of, let's say you find the right program, the right investment, looks good, awesome. Are you looking to implement something like immediately, or is it more just wait till the beginning of January for 2024? Like, where's your mind at when it's in terms of that?
I'm ready to go immediately if I find the right program. I want to start making some money.
Got it. Okay. And then is there any partners that you have currently, like maybe a wife that kind of helps you with these decisions, or is it just you in the business so far?
Yeah, primarily just me. Obviously, I'm married. Any large financial decisions is a mutual thing, but she knows. I've got a budget. I'm ready to go.
Okay, got it. Let's see. Okay, cool. And then obviously this is going to require some type of investment. Like, do you have a budget in mind? I know you just mentioned you had a budget, so I'm kind of curious. How much are you willing to set aside for something like this to get you to that 240 in terms of personal income?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what I'm getting into, what type of expense is encompassing. So I'm thinking 500 to $1,000 a month. I don't even know if that's realistic.
Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, definitely. The reason I'm asking all these questions is because of that. Basically, like we pretty much do all the heavy lifting for all of our clients. But in terms of what's required from us to get you to the point B, which is the 6 to 7 loans a month, 240 personal income, that's kind of where we differentiate ourselves in terms of like what is required from us to get you guys there. And so that's why I'm kind of asking all these questions. But from now, it seems to look pretty good so far. I don't really see anything that would probably not want us to move these forward, because usually when someone says, not really serious, part-time job, not licensed, stuff like that, we usually just end the conversation there. But I think you seem pretty serious, so I think we'll definitely get you into the next steps. Is that okay if I kind of walk you through that real quick?
Yeah, great.
Okay, awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you connected to one of our senior consultants. The reason why is because I don't work with our clients, they do. They work with them one-on-one, so they'd be the best person to kind of show you the ins and outs, how everything works, what other people say about us, and what that kind of system can do for you, and break down any questions you have. So if you have your calendar handy, we can get something locked in. I know holidays are coming up, so I'm not sure if you would want to do something the week after Thanksgiving, or sometime this week, tomorrow, or maybe Wednesday, if you're cool with that.
Unfortunately, after today, I'm going to be off for the rest of the week traveling, so I'm going to be looking at next week. I'm right back in, Monday and all next week. So.
Okay, so probably around the 27th would be probably an optimal time.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm in Central Time. I'm not sure what time zone Maine is in, but do you have a time in mind, a ballpark on the 27th for an hour-long Zoom call?
Yep, I got my morning is booked. So anytime from 1 p.m. so noon your time forward, I'm open.
Okay, so we've got a 12 p.m. Like that's pretty much our earliest. Everything else is pretty much packed after that. But okay, I'm gonna get that locked in. Do you think you'd have like a laptop available during that time as well?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, the reason I asked is because a lot of our meetings that we did on the phone with potential prospects, like, it doesn't really go too well in terms of like information being conveyed between the two. So we like to make sure that everyone's required on the laptop. Also, maybe bring some pen and paper and some notes to kind of take some notes. They'll answer any questions you got. But from here, I think everything looks good. Is there any reason you may not be able to show up on Monday at 12, just so I can stay organized?
No, I don't see any reason at all.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I think on the 27th at 12 p.m. my time, they're gonna shoot you some automated messages to just kind of make sure you're gonna be able to show up, and then kind of walk you through the whole process, the ins and outs, answer any questions, and if the investment looks good, I think we'd be really happy to have you part of the family. But yeah, man, that's all for me. You have any questions so far off that?
No, not at this time. Looking forward to finding out more.
Awesome, man. So I think that's everything. You have a good rest of your day, Eric, and you take care, brother.
All right, man. Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye. Boom. There we go, dude. Set like that. All right, dude. Got another one. Let's get it.
Tommy McHugh.
Hey, Tommy. This is Hunter, man. We had a booked call for this time. Is it still good?
No, it's good. I thought it was earlier. Then I guess I just made a mistake because you're Central.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, I'm gonna pull some information here, man. Can you start me off, man? Where are you based out of?
So I'm based out of New Jersey and Florida.
New Jersey and Florida?
Yeah. I have an office in New Jersey. I have an office in Florida.
Gotcha.
So I'll give you so let me give you a little elevator speech. What we're now. I'm a lender.
Okay.
As you know, things have slowed down. I used to have 150 people working for me right now. Now I've just got about 25 people working for me.
Okay.
So just give you. Excuse me. So just give you a quick. I was going to do some marketing on our own, this and that. And I'm like, all right, let me. So just on Facebook, your ad came up, boom, whatever. I got to feed a couple of key guys right now on this bad time.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to see, just going out there. We're non-QM2 direct to the hedge fund. So
okay.
We have a couple of little interesting things that we offer, and trying to feed a couple families that right now that's been with me for 20 years.
Okay.
I've been doing this. I'm around the industry for 35 years, so long time, too long.
Okay. Sure, man. So, okay. So you're a lender in New Jersey and Florida, have office in there, business for 35 years, trying to do marketing on your own. What kind of caught your attention to our ad?
I didn't do anything. I'm just looking at different answers, looking at what you guys, just looking at a couple of different options here.
I gotcha. Doing your due diligence. Okay. So usually how I do calls after this is I needed some answers in terms of like what do your numbers look like. So if you can kind of walk me through that, like how many transactions are you doing on a monthly basis so far?
So right now I'm down to doing 25. It's horrible. So
25 loans a month. You say it's horrible. I'm assuming you guys were doing more when the market was a little bit better, right?
Again, listen, if you talk to a guy, yes, we're doing anywhere from 25, 15. I mean, it varies, man. It's not great. So I'm like I said, I'm a lender. I have a lot of things. We have a lot of tools in the tool chest. So I got you. But it's just like I said, it's not that great. Everybody's doing 2 deals, 1 deal. I happen to live in Florida too, so I live in a very robust area of people are fleeing here still, and we're growing by the seams every moment and every day. So that's pretty good. The builders are not fantastic, but we have that going on here. So our realtor connections and stuff like that are great, but not fantastic.
Interesting. So is that where majority of the business is coming from, just like referrals? Or sorry, realtors, sorry?
We always been, for 25 years, referral based.
Referral base. Gotcha. That's where majority of it is coming from. Just so I understand, like I want to make sure I have 100%.
Yeah, we've done internet campaigns. We did drop mail pieces and stuff like that. And I mean, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. So I did all sorts of marketing. Guys on the phone. When it all depends. Yeah, I've done it all.
So I'm assuming that referrals were probably like your best bet those worked better than like the internet stuff that you guys were trying in the past?
Listen, it's a little bit of ingredients, right? A little salt, a little pepper.
Yeah, but I guess the reason I asked was like, so it seems that I'm assuming those didn't work the way you wanted to, possibly because they're not. I'm assuming they're not really going on right now, or maybe I'm completely
That's
wrong.
correct. That's slow ups. That's slow ups.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah, I know you want. I kind of tell that you kind of want to get straight to the bread and butter, but I'm gonna be very frank with you. I don't have the bread or butter. I pretty much, my job here is to come on the call, kind of see if you're qualified, see if like you'd be an A player to be put into be a part of the program, kind of see where you're at in terms of business. Like, I mean, I have about 6 to 12 of these calls a day. So for me to have an understanding where you're at, where you want to be, and then what's required from us to get you there, like that's kind of my job. But after the next steps after this would be to connect you with our senior consultants. Why? Because they work with our clients one-on-one. I don't. So I wouldn't be the best person to kind of give you that rundown.
Well, so pass that information on. I mean, I don't know if we're a candidate or not. I don't know what consists of a candidate for you guys. But
Yeah,
we
no,
are.
it looks,
Pass it on.
you guys are looking good. I just need to understand a little bit more about your numbers so far. So what's kind of, you said you guys are doing about 25. So what's kind of the goal here? What are you guys trying to get back to? Or what are you guys trying to get? Let's say 6 months from now.
We would like to go, add another 10 or 15 or 20 loans to our equation, like everybody else. But like I said, somewhat like this coming month. I mean, listen, we had a great November, we had a great October, we had a great September, and great as in better than other people, because like I said, I know a lot of people in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a lot better than other people, right? I mean, I have a demographical different area because I have a lot of different people. I'm like Noah sometimes. I have a lot of different ethnicities that work for me. So that's why it's so in any event, that's why we did a little bit better than a lot of people. But a lot of people I have a lot of people leaving the industry, so I'm getting constraints, and a lot of people say I have nothing. So I don't know where we're going to be. I mean, 25 loans may go down to 5 loans. It's not looking good. That's all I'm telling you right now. So that's that.
Gotcha. And that's because, so it's just slowing down, and like it's gonna get to a point where it's too low, and that's what you're kind of feeling right now. Is like I need something like to get myself back up.
Correct.
Okay.
That's right.
Gotcha. So that definitely clears up a lot of clarity for me. Okay, got it. So 50 loans a month, like just that sounds like a good number to put. That sounds fair. Just get back to 50 loans a month.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let's see. All right. So I think from here, that's pretty much some good information I got. And what's kind of like one more question on the numbers.
Real quick. So just tell me real quick how you fishing the data. So I mean, you got to before you pass me on. Like, are you doing Google doing algorithm Google? Are you doing Facebook?
Yeah. So on the ad, it's we pretty much do only two things: TikTok and YouTube, I believe. And then we also have our like AI type of stuff in the background, which Dale or Donovan would probably be the best person to kind of walk you through that and answer any questions. But for me, the last question, almost the last question I have for you is like, what's the average purchase price, loan price that you guys tend to find in the area?
In our areas?
Yeah.
Our average loan price is $350 to I mean, depending upon the area, right? So
Sure.
Anywhere from $350 to $600, around there.
Okay, perfect. And then what's kind of the bips or commission that you personally get off? Because I'm assuming like this is also for you in terms of the business, but also for yourself. Like, what's kind of the commission structure there, just so we understand?
Well, I'm a lender, right? So everybody, they pick a bucket. So anywhere from point to point and a quarter, point and a half. That's what everybody's on.
Okay. 1, 2. Okay. Yeah. The reason I asked is just kind of make sure this is profitable. Kind of see what would have to happen if it was profitable. I mean, some people make like $500 off of a loan. That's not really great. So, yeah, man. Okay. So that's
pretty. Depending upon your cost, right? So that's why I would figure out my ROI. I mean, maybe it's not profitable for me too because I'm paying a point and a quarter. But I'm not buying leads and giving somebody a point and a quarter. I mean, that's another thing, right? So
yeah.
But I'm not your average guy. I'm not making $500 a loan. I'm trying to say I'm making, if it's FHA, I'm making a full swing. So, like I said, I'm a direct lender for that. I'm a direct lender for convention. I'm a direct lender for the non-QM. I mean, like I said, I'm an anomaly here. You're talking to I mean, it's like, you know, I'm trying to find the best thing for a couple people in my company, so I can keep them food on the table. I mean, my guys all, you know, they have a great life. They have big houses, big cars, and stuff like that. So they need extra income. So that's it.
Okay, cool. So I think from here, other than that, let's say you find the right program, man, just kind of get an idea of where you're at. Are you looking to make a decision immediately? Because I know the holidays are coming up. A lot of people want to kind of put things off. I kind of want to see, is it a good time to have a call now, or do you want to have a call later because of the holidays? Like, where's your head at in terms of...
You're in the driver's seat, man. I mean, like I said, if it sounds good, I mean, you know, it test my time, you know, it sounds great, and it's, then we'll jump on it, you know?
Okay.
So, that's where I stand right now. I mean, it's not...
No, I hear you.
I have quite a few other irons in the fire. I'm looking at it and see, all right, well, you know, is this going to be good or something? So I'm fishing for the best piece of tuna that we could possibly find out there in the sea. And I'm trying to
Yeah, no, I feel you.
You guys are using AI. That's great. You guys are, you know, so we need up-to-date technology for the best guy with the best bait on his lure.
Right. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, we definitely, I think, like, you correct me if I'm wrong, man. I mean, this is up to you, but it looks like you're looking for something that's, like, a little more up-to-date, like you said, and then also something that can, like, you're not just getting leads, you're really much getting people that are vetted, people that are actually quality, so you can have a higher chance of getting to that 50 loans a month as fast as possible instead of, like, just getting, you know, lead lists and you guys just ramming through it. Like, does that sound something you guys are looking for?
I can go get that all myself. I can go buy triggers. I can go buy...
Yeah.
We can buy 1,000 things. I can get, you know, a Facebook ad guy. I mean, I don't ad manager. I need something up to date, something's qualified. I'm not kicking tires. We're out of the business of kicking tires, right? So we want something clean, good, and vetted, and that's what we need. That's what we're looking for.
Well, I think you'd be really happy what you're gonna find out, man. So if you have your calendar handy, let's get this done as early as possible. You seem like you really want to get something going faster. So the earliest time tomorrow is 9 a.m. Central. Like, that's our only time. Everything else is pretty much packed.
So what's that? 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock Central? I mean, Eastern.
Yeah, so that'd be 10 Eastern.
10 Eastern. All right, put me on there. That's fine.
Sounds good, man. Would you have a laptop during that time you could hop on that?
I'll see if I can find one.
Okay, yeah. We just require everyone to be on the laptop so you can see everything. But
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Sounds good. I got
okay. I got you, man. I mean, you'd be surprised what I hear, man. So no worries. Okay. If you got a laptop, you'll receive some automated messages. Just, reply to those so we stay organized. Make sure you're going to show up, and we'll be there too. Other than that, man, is there any reason you might not be able to show up? Just so I know, so I stay organized.
As of right now,
yeah.
As I'm breathing, nobody's throwing dirt on me. Talk to you at 10.
Sounds good, man. All right, brother. You take care, man. I was had good talk with you. All right, later, dude.
All right, take care.
See that, guys? He started off a little bit on the edge. Like, he's like, hey, just shoot me straight, man. Blah blah. And he's one of those prospects that's super fucking like just, I'm the guy, I'm the man. We doing big things. Like, he's one of those guys. So you almost have to like meet him at his level, but a little bit higher, but still have authority in the call where he's respecting you. And so, obviously I had to diffuse him a little bit of times because obviously he's going to like ask me questions and stuff. And I'm like, hey man, I don't have your answers, bro. And that's being transparent, bro. I don't have your answers because that's what, if you want answers, that's the next step of this conversation. But for now, I'm in control. I'm in the front seat, bro. You follow me. And that's what he said, right? He's like, hey man, you're in the driver's seat, right? Having that authority. I'm not sounding, okay. So, what is like all these ums and likes? I know I had a little bit of it. Like, I would rate that call at least like a 6 or 7. But it's being able to diffuse these people, meet them at their level, and then be respectable, sound like authoritative, sound like you know what you're doing, you ain't scared, like this is no biggie. He's talking like we got fancy mansions, big cars and stuff. I'm like, cool, sounds good, man. Like, I don't really care. I don't, right? But yeah, he sounds like a really good prospect. I think he'd be an easy close, and we'll see how it goes from there, man. So, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'd kind of just see what I can do,
Yeah, that's definitely fair. Okay. So, okay. So there's nothing really set in stone so far, but the question is, for me, is like, at least let's say 6 months from now, how many loans would you need to be doing to kind of get you in a position where you're making enough money to go full time into it?
I think my goal would be at least like 3 loans a month.
3 loans a month. Okay. Do you, I'm sure you're working with maybe a broker, maybe you're independent. Is that right?
Yes, I'm a broker. Yep.
Okay. Did they kind of discuss with you kind of what your commission was, or kind of the bips that you'd pull?
Yeah.
Okay. What does that look like for you?
God, I think it was like 150.
150. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you know like what the average loan price would be in the area in terms of like the ones you'd be feeding out to people?
Average home, I think it's like 380 in the area.
Okay, fair. Okay, so 380, and then about 1.5% off that. That's around 4K. So you'd be doing about 12K a month. 4/8, yeah, 12K a month at 3 loans a month. So if we were to get you, like, obviously I think we can definitely help you get to that point, but it's going, like, for us to help you get to where you're at to doing about 12,000 like personal income, 3 loans a month, even more than that. It's kind of a question for me to understand, like, how much would you be willing to invest in something like that to get you to that point, right?
Okay.
So it's just like I want to get understanding, like, do you have it? Well, I know you don't have a budget right now, and like that's totally fair. But how much could you possibly spend to get something like that off the ground?
I mean, I don't know what something like this costs. I'm not exactly sure what you're offering either.
Yeah, no worries. So we basically what we do is we help LOs, brokers, lenders, etc. kind of get more direct to consumer traffic to them. So people that want to buy houses, instead of going through a realtor, etc., it goes straight to you. Kind of set those appointments, get it all done through like social media, online advertising, through like YouTube and TikTok, I believe. So we'll use those traffic methods to get people into your door and for you to start closing more loans. Obviously, in terms of like price and stuff, we pretty much start from 1 to 2,000, 3,000 a month to about 10 to 12K, just depending on what you need. So is that something within the budget that you think you'd be willing to spend, or that's just not enough right now? Like, I just want to make sure that this would be a good fit for the both of us.
Yeah, no, that's definitely not something I could swing right now.
Okay, that's totally fair.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think maybe we'll what I can do is I can basically just kind of follow up with you maybe in the future. Maybe I wouldn't say give up on the industry. I know a lot of our clients are having a lot of success. It's probably just time. Probably find the right people. Maybe partner with some realtors, kind of get business from them. But yeah, like I don't think you should quit on the industry. If you do, no, it's none of my business, right? But I do think that there's a lot of success here. I think it just takes time and kind of figuring out what's the right thing to do. But if that's pretty good, that's pretty much for me. I think I'll just follow up in the future, maybe see where you're at. But for now, it may not be a good fit right now.
Yep, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. All right, so DQ'd, just DQ'd. She had no money. She was working part-time job in a gym. She works the desk of the gym. The thing is, though, is like when you find people that you're trying to DQ, or like you think maybe a DQ, you have to understand, like, even if she just started being a loan LO, which is a loan officer, 4 months in. So that is, she's been doing it for 4 months, hasn't really closed any loans yet. So she hasn't made any money from mortgage, which is fine. But the problem is, though, like, does she even have enough money to afford our service? Probably not, right? So it's kind of going deeper into the financials, not being afraid of like all the bullshit you might get, like, oh, why are you asking me all these questions and shit? Like, just being straight up. Like, I just need to make sure this is a good fit. Like, if you don't have the money, that's fair, no problem. It would be a good fit, so I'm just gonna DQ, right? But nah, I kind of softly dropped the price, which is either 1 to 2K to about 10 to 12, depending on what she needs. And she's like, nah, that probably won't be in my budget. Cool, no problem. I think from there we'll follow up in the future maybe, but this probably wouldn't be a good fit, right? So when you have these intro calls, don't be afraid to DQ. DQing is probably the most important because we don't want to put unqualified people on the calendar at all. Simple as that. Simple as that, man. Simple as that. I do have like a couple more to take later today for sure, but I don't think I'm gonna record all of those just because I think you guys get the gist, right? If you don't get the gist, just hit me up, shoot me a DM. I'll probably link my Instagram or something like in the description or something. But yeah, dude, like just obviously like the more intro calls you have, the better you'll get at it, and the main thing honestly is intuition. Like knowing when somebody is feeling a little bit skeptical, knowing when somebody is feeling a certain way, and you can identify that and either push or pull. Like having that intuition, knowing when to push on the prospect or pull, right? So in that conversation, that's not on the script, right? When he's like, I'm a big baller and all this shit, that's not on the script. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to say to that, right? Having that intuition where it's like, okay, I know this guy's gonna try and ask me questions. I know this guy's gonna definitely like try to extract whatever and try to like, have authority over me. So I'm going to push. Like, hey man, I'm not gonna be the guy. I know that you want some questions. I know you're gonna look for some answers. I don't have that. I don't work with clients. So that's kind of what the next steps of this call would be. You would find all those answers to all your questions on the next call. This here is just for me to grab information, see if you're the A player, the person that needs to be on our program. And if so, I'll break that down. If not, like, no worries. We'll just hop off the call. We'll respect our time. Simple, right? I didn't say that end part there, but like that's the goal, right? Being able to push on the prospect. He takes his step back because he's talking about big mansions, all this shit. Bro, don't care. Like, cool, sounds good. And then you're just no ums or likes. Like, you're straightforward with everything. And then I note everything down on the paper, and then after it, I'll just note it down in the computer. And then also I follow this shit here. So you can see here, DQ'd, he's full-time, he's a lender, he has money, he has the right mindset because he's in huge urgency. He does have a license, he's very serious about the job. So he's good, he's a good prospect. We got who they were, their lender. We got how many transactions. He said 25. We got the average loan price, which is $350 to $600. The majority of the business comes from referrals and a little bit of realtors. The goal is to get to the 50 loans a month. The thing stopping them, preventing them, is the referral base is not doing too well as they would, right? They're losing business. Time to defer decision immediately, bro. Like he says that 25 is dog shit, right? So he's in huge tie down, making sure they'll be able to show up, making sure they respond to our automated messages. Is there any reason you might not be able to show up, on this date, right? So tie down the console call, and then have a good day, take care. And a little heart there. So that's an intro call, man. Like that is how to do it. That is how this company that I'm working for closes 100K consistently every single month, or even more than that. That's how they do it. A good intro call with the actual structure to get all the information necessary to have ammo on the demo call. Hop on the demo call, fucking pushing motherfuckers to make a decision on the call, man. Sending it right, etc. And we'll go over that later. I'm gonna jump into that position here shortly, maybe in a couple weeks. Who knows? But yeah, man, that's how you do a fucking intro call.